Hello, and welcome to the SWRA podcast, where aging, wellness, and wisdom intersect. I am your host, Maggie Lazar, and it is my pleasure to welcome you to our brand new podcast. The podcast came into existence because I always like to chat. I always like to go a bit deeper, right? So I thought it would be a good idea to have these few minutes in the morning as you getting up and setting out on your day, just to put you in the right frame of mind for you to focus on aging as you are privileged to be of a certain age, wellness as you are committed to a healthy lifestyle so you can age in place well. And also, use all your experiences, all the things that life has taught you to live a more um, thoughtful, quiet, measured life. So today, I just thought I would talk about the difference between resting and being idle, right? When I was teaching CPR, I used to be a cardiac nurse and absolutely love cardiology. And I used to teach CPR. And one of the risk factors for heart disease was a sedentary lifestyle. So we always used to tell people, if you sit at a desk all day, some people sit there for like 8, 10, 12 hours. That is not good. So we teach them to be intentional about getting up every so often, walk around. It's not even good for you to be on a plane, for hours without moving. That's how people develop blood clots. So having a life that revolves around little activity is a risk factor. It puts you at risk for all sorts of diseases and not just of the heart, because your body is designed for movement. Now, do you ever wonder why these little skinny people from Kenya seem to always be, winning those marathons? It's because they didn't just wake up one day and start running. That was a lifestyle for them, right? Why could it be this different for you? So as you go into retirement, if you have the mindset that, oh, I work hard all my life, now it's time for me to rest. And in your mind, rest means sitting on the couch, watching television. And of course, as you watching television, you just you snacking away, popcorn, potato chips, pretzels, whatever you can get your hands on. Oh, sis, that is a recipe for disaster. And if that's what you have in your mind, if that is your concept of retirement, I challenge you to think differently, sis, for your own health, for your own well-being. So having a life that is centered around inactivity is a risk. I'm just telling you right now, and it's not just me saying it. You can go look, you can read research project, research results, and they will tell you the same thing. Now, you all know I tend to be a skeptic when it comes to stuff like that. But when they're doing multiple results, when they're doing multiple research studies and they come up with the same results, that's when you say, okay, I can believe this now. But that's one of the things that has been proven over and over again, that if you don't move, you're going to get sick. All right? Now, counter that with rest. Rest is different. Rest is, I am active, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. But then your body also will talk to you and say, oh, sis, this is time for you to take a rest. I'll tell you, sometimes I practice my own thing. When I say I rest, I do. But if I'm doing something or I have an event coming, I push like you do. And then I can tell you, clear as day. When I hit that threshold that my body says, okay, I think you've done enough, it's time to stop, and I don't, and I keep going, then I pay the price later. Oh, I'm sore, I barely can move. Yes. And that's why you need to always be in tune with your body. When your body tells you something, it says you need to rest, you need to stop and rest. And I'm learning to do that. I'm doing that. Yesterday, I was supposed to go somewhere after I finished the live. And then I was like, you know what? I'm feeling really tired. So, what would have been the reason for me to push and to go get dressed, get on the bus, or take an Uber to go look at a parade? I have seen so many parades, even if it was something I had not seen before. If my body says, you need to pull back, sis, then I need to be obedient and listen. So rest is not the same as being idle. It's not the same as living a life of activity. Rest is regenerative. That's where the healing happens in your body. That's when your cells get regenerated. When you in the, and then like I talked about sleep the other day, it's the same thing. And the rest could be just sitting down, listening to some nice music, sitting on the patio, watching the world go by, anything where you can go and come down to center. All right, sis? So keep that in mind as you're going about your day. You know, as I always say, movement is life. When you move, you're adding years to your life. And movement, we can talk about movement another time. It could mean a whole load of different things. All right. So today, the difference between rest and inactivity, not created equal, not the same. All right, sis, go out there and start moving. And if you need to rest, please be sure you do that because that's good for you. All right. I'll talk to you tomorrow. God loves you. You know I love you. Au revoir. À la prochaine. Bye.